have obviously seen on my channel that I do use these Peter Stone jackets. I do have a couple of these. Zip that back up, because we always like to leave things as we found them, don't we guys? Or both of these to try out and let you guys know what I think of them. It's just a kettle. You know what a kettle looks like inside, I'm sure. I know you watch my videos. Big shout out James Street, cheers for shouting in that one for me. Tim Scurry, cheers for giving us that massive rucksack. Yes people, welcome to another video, and if you're new here, I'm Dave from Walks For Us. And if I spin the camera around, or if I spin around, do you know where we are yet? My favourite shop. So guys, I get a lot of my equipment from this shop, in particular this store that we're in now. So I'm going to go around and show you some of the stuff that I have and what sort of price it is. And like I always say on my channel, I use the budget gear. So you will have obviously seen on my channel that I do use these Peter Stone jackets. I do have a couple of these. These are these the Blisco ones? I think these are the Blisco ones. It's just a £15 synthetic down jacket. There's no zips on the pocket. Yeah, I've used them both as a down jacket whilst camping and as like a down jacket, if you like, to put on when I'm on a mountain summit, if I'm stopping to have a bite to eat. Take a look at my Whernside summit cooking the full English breakfast. £29. Sorry guys, I'm just concentrating. I use exactly the same as that one, that blue one, except that one belongs to the shop, obviously. Yeah, and I do find that they do keep me warm. On that particular video, I did definitely notice the difference. Once I was ready to start hiking again, I took it off because I knew I'd get warm instantly hiking, but as soon as I took it off, I did notice a difference, so it did the job. Yeah, I also have this mountain equipment down jacket. This one is a light line. It's 243 as a member at the moment. Yeah, I did pay slightly less. Got mine on Boxing Day just after. I paid 189, but that's the price now. The time of filming this is February 2026. So yeah, like I say, this one is a light line. We'll have a little look at the ticket now. I think it's 700 fill power. Where are we? Yeah, can you see that guys? It's 9010 700 fill power. Yeah guys, and I'm not fully 100% sure on the temperatures that you can use that jacket in, but in the UK it is good for sub-zero temperatures. I'm not sure how sub. I'd quite happily use it in -5. If I was just relying on the jacket alone, I don't think I'd go as far as -10. I've got a light there on my face, but you know, like when I'm camping and that, and I'm wearing that, I'm obviously in my 4-season sleeping bag as well. So the mixture of the two, the combination of the two, I've been warm enough. In fact, too warm at times. Yeah, I love it in this shop. Yeah, so that jacket is one of the more expensive items that I bought, if you like, for the clothing side of my my hiking and camping journey. So yeah, that's sort of, when I say I use budget gear, for me, for the channel, that is sort of one of the higher range things, the top end things, if you like. Moving on to some footwear now. Like I said, I don't get everything from Go Outdoors, but I do get a lot of my gear from here. I do get some stuff from Decathlon and some stuff off eBay. So yeah, did I say we're moving on to the footwear? So if you do watch the videos, you will have seen that I have a pair of these Peter Stone down slippers, which are again Blisco, and we're focusing, and members price at the moment £14.97. And I've had mine a few weeks now, and I think that's the price I paid a few weeks ago. And yeah, I always get budget hiking boots just to try and promote the fact that if you don't have a lot of money, you can still get some gear and get out there and go hiking. Now I was going to show you the exact boot that I bought from here, but there's none in stock. unless I find some elsewhere in the shop. But we still have the price. Yes, I have a pair of these high-tech men's Garth 3 mid waterproof boot. It says orange, mine ain't orange. Mine is actually more or less like that, but it's not Peter Storm. I guess it has orange on it. Now, although I have done a few small hikes, a few small walks with those boots, I've not done a great deal of miles with them yet, so I can't like tell you exactly how good or how long they'll last. But when I first got into hiking, my boots that I wore for the first year, and I did a lot of hiking, I did the Oxford Peaks probably 18 times in the same boots, and they were high-tech. Not that pair, but they were high-tech. And also I do have, you'll have seen these on the channel again if you watch my videos, a pair of, what's the name, Carrymore boots, which I got from Sports Direct. Again, budget range, cheap boots. I think they were a little bit dearer than that, probably about 45, 50 quid. I can't remember exactly. Not much more than 50, definitely no more than 60 quid anyway. I found the high-tech boot, just spin the camera around. Yeah, this one, like I say, it does have orange on it. It does look like that Peter Storm boot, doesn't it? I also have one of these Peter Storm hybrid jackets. I actually have the blue one. Possibly get myself the grey one with the red zip too. Yeah, I actually wear that quite a lot. I've not used it for hiking or camping as yet, but I've worn it in the car on the way back from a hike, and when the weather's warmer, it'll probably be handy for taking hiking if it's just slightly chilly, or you know what I mean. It is quite thin on the sleeves and that. You're only padded on the front. You know what I mean. You've seen it there when I waved the camera at it. So yeah, it's not going to keep you warm in cold conditions, is it? But yeah, just as an extra layer when the weather's better, I'm sure that'll be fine. Let's go to the exciting bit, the tent. The main event, the tent. So straight away, someone's come off the escalator. We all know that I have this tent, the OEX Raccoon 2.1. I love this tent. Quite quick to set up, quite easy to set up. Yeah, I say easy to set up. It is once you work out how to crisscross the pearls. But yeah, no, it is quite easy to set up. You might struggle your first time. You'll soon get there. If I can do it, you can do it. I'm sure of it. So going in, it's a 2-man tent. I just use it as a 1-man, as you well know. Well, if you watch my videos, you do. And the door that I've just popped in now, straight opposite you, you do have another door. One thing that does baffle me is why there's only one hook for your torch. There is not one at this side. Well, there certainly isn't on my tent anyway. No. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't put a hook at each side, but yeah, it is what it is. And at the moment, this one is priced at £89 if you're a member. You're not going to pay 220, are you? When you can get a member's card at the till for a £5 that lasts a year. Now there's lots of tents up here that you can look around. I am in the York store. This is the biggest go outdoors store in Europe. Now I don't actually have this tent. This is a Burgos Grampian 3. However, and you haven't seen it on the channel yet because it's not been on the channel yet, have the Grampian 2. So when I set that up, you will see it. So let's have a look in this Grampian 3. This one is priced at £199. The Grampian 2 that I got, and I only just got that recently, a couple of weeks ago, I paid about 160 for it, I think. They've not got one set up now. They did have one set up in here. Yeah, like I say, with a member's card, this one is £199. So let's have a look inside. It's exactly the same, except slightly bigger than mine. So you get a ground sheet for the vestibule. You do have 2 vestibules in here. I do find the red tents make your eyes go a bit funny, or make my eyes go a bit funny when I first come in, but I also love the red tents. So yeah, mine is, let's zoom you out a bit. Mine is exactly the same as this, just slightly smaller. Like I said, there is a vestibule at the other end, but you do only get one. If I can open this. Yeah, there's no ground sheet at that side. You just get one ground sheet with it, and you choose which end, which door if you like, that you want to put the ground sheet for the vestibule. Zip that back up, because we always like to leave things as we found them, don't we guys? Like I say, I've not set mine up yet. You will see that when I do it. I just noticed in here there's a couple of pockets in each corner, so that's quite handy. I mean, you would easily get 2 people in here and your gear. Like I say, mine's a 2-man. Don't know if it says the weight. It'll probably say it on the main ticket outside. And yeah, mine will be slightly smaller than that, being a 2-man. And I can't wait to use mine. I'd actually class this as in England as a 4-season tent. You might correct me in the comments and say it's only 3-season, I don't know, but let's have a look at the pearls I'll show you outside. It's got 4 pearls, just for that extra sturdiness, you know, when the old wind kicks off. Yeah, you can see the pearls there, guys. That one goes straight over, and then there's this one crosses over for this vestibule. They are marked. I don't know if you can just see there, guys, this one's blue. The other main ones are red. So again, red, and again, blue at this end, and it's just symmetrical, opposite to what I've just shown you. So yeah, 4 pearls crisscrossing over. And again, this is still the 3-man. This one weighs, went a bit funny with my words then, 4.7 kg. Let's go over to the main board and see if it tells us the weight of mine. Right, there's the Grampium 2, that's the one I've got. Honestly, I can't. It's 169 at the moment for members. Would be 300 if you're not a member. Can you see that there, guys? Well, it's not much lighter than the 3. Can you see there? 4.2 kg. We have a 5,000mm hydrostatic head, which is pretty good. I also have the Kangon 2, which at the moment is 159 for a member, with also 500mm high static stead, slightly lighter than the Grampium 2 at 3.8 kg. And again, if you watch my videos, you will have seen that on the channel. Now, I've not actually got one of these yet, guys, but this is on my list to get, the OEX Push Pro Bivy. Now, the standard size is 45. I'll probably go for the big bivy, which is 49 as a member. So I'll probably go for the big bivy, and I can use it in my tent if I want to put an extra layer over the sleeping bag. You do get condensation when you're camping. If you go camping, you will know you get condensation. So sometimes the outside of your bag gets wet. I mean, up to now, touch wood. I've always been dry inside my sleeping bag, but yeah, I have had moisture on the outside. So guys, moving on to the budget end of the tents, the very cheap tents, which, can you see me there? Which I still actually rate. I'm going to show you 2 that I have actually got and used, and a lot of people say they leak. Again, touch wood, touch my slap head. Up to now, mine haven't leaked. So I have this Cairns 2, I'll spin you around. The Cairns 2 DLX Nightfall. Again, this has definitely been on the channel. Go and take a look if you're not already. Can't remember what I paid, but at the moment it's £49. It is a 2-man tent. Now, I would say if there is 2 of you, you're going to have to clamber over each other, because obviously you've just seen where I've come in there. There is only one way in, there's only one door. Now, if you are going to have any trouble in the rain, because I've camped in the rain in mine, is when you open this door to get out, it just drips in here. But you can fold this back, there's the grass under there. I have actually sat in the bedroom part, folded this back and cooked in here with the door open, obviously. But yeah, I do actually quite rate this tent. I love mine, to be honest. Not so good as the others with the hydrostatic head, only 2,000mm. What's the weight? 3.7. Would I cart this up a mountain? I maybe would, if I want to do a video for you guys of camping up a mountain or camping on a summit in a cheap tent. But I would try and get an appropriate. I would try and get an appropriate weather window. Yeah, so obviously this one only has fiberglass pearls, whereas the tents I've shown you already, they're all alloy pearls, which is a little better for you know, your wild camps in your more extreme weather. I wouldn't do an extreme weather camp in this, certainly not on purpose. So another cheap one, basically a bigger version of that one, which I also have. It's the Avon 3 DLX Nightfall. Again, we only have 2000mm hydrostatic head, fiberglass pearls, weighs 5.6 kg. Quite a big tent this one. It is a 3-man, but yeah, it's quite big. For the green one, it's £39 at the moment. The blue one is £79. I did ask the reasoning why to that, and apparently the blue fabric is dearer. But yeah, I love this one as well. It's just a real big version of the one I've just shown you. Apart from, with this one being the Avon 3 instead of the Cairns 3, we also have a side door, which I really liked, and I zipped the front door up and used this one. And again, you can fold this back, just clip in one. Would I drag that one up a mountain? Nah, probably not. Probably not, even as daft as I am. Both those two tents I've shown you, I'd say are absolutely fine for a campsite or what are those things called that you lot go to? Festivals? I don't do festivals. Fine as a festival tent, campsite tent, probably a woodland camp, a garden camp. If you want to get into camping and you're not sure what to do, or you've never done it before, you've got a garden big enough to get a little tent up, get yourself some gear, get it set up in the back garden. Take a look at my channel, there's loads of garden camps on my channel. Yeah, and test your gear out, set your tent up, get familiar with it. Yeah, like I said, there's loads up here to look around. That's another one that I might get at some point, the OEX Coyote 3. But there's definitely a good selection set up for you to come and look around. Now, it looks like at the moment they only have the Fox 1 version 2 set up. And again, if you watch my videos, you know I've got the Fox 3, which is obviously a much bigger version of this, but exactly the same shape, exactly the same setup. A pearl there, pearl at the front. Bit of a cock up I made setting that one up because I didn't read the instructions. Take a look at the video, it's on the channel. So if you're interested in the Fox 1 V2, at the moment that is $47.97, and it's again, it's a 5,000mm hydrostatic head, 1.6 kg, so nice and light. Obviously this is only one person, you're not going to get two of you in there. You're probably not even going to get your gear in there. You might have to leave your rucksack in one of the vestibules. Again, it has a door at the other side, exactly the same as the Fox 3. The Fox 3 is just a lot bigger, so a door at each side. So in a minute, guys, we'll go downstairs and look at the sleep system and then the rucksacks. And yeah, there's some equipment here that I got my sleeping bag from here. Apart from my first one, I got that off eBay. Not used that for a while though. The can't remember what you call it, Alpine 400 or something. But yeah, there's a couple of sleeping bags downstairs that I got from here, my 3 season and 4 season. And as you know, like I say, like I keep saying, if you do watch my videos, you'll sort of know what I wear and use anyway. So we've gone showing you the down jacket and the different jackets that I have. I do have another down jacket off eBay that's on my earlier videos. But as in bottom half, I have either joggers, which I've actually got joggers on now, but yeah, just joggers that are they fleece lined joggers? They keep me warm anyway. Or I do have some, now I got these off eBay, I have 2 pairs. I have the bright orange pair.
Boom shanker, orange wanker.
We could be in for a quintessential tango taste sensation here. Why, yes, Tony!
You will have seen those on the channel, you must have seen those on the channel. And I also have a blue pair exactly the same. Now they are definitely fleece lined and they are very warm. And on the cold camp, I do take those to sleep in. They're like my down trousers, if you like. So yeah, I'll have thermal socks on, which I got from Sports Direct. the trousers I've just explained to you. And then I do have a base layer, but sometimes I just wear a normal t-shirt or a sleeveless t-shirt, and then my down jacket, a hoodie if I need to. I always take my thermal hat and my gloves and, you know, the score. But yeah, we'll go downstairs in a second. I'll just show you. They do have a wall of accessories here. Got the tent side of things. So, I mean, I know these are sort of only the basic pegs. I do take some of these as spares with me when I go on a wild camp. They're maybe not the best, but it's a budget channel, isn't it? Budget gear. So yeah, I have one of these kits that I take with me just in case. So you get the sleeves for your poles and some extra guy line. You can get your waterproofing stuff on that here. I mean, I don't have any of that. I have. Yeah, I'll show you what I use for me clothing. It's downstairs. It's similar to that, the Granger stuff I use. Yeah, I've not waterproofed my tents. Hope I don't need to, not yet anyway. But yeah, I really don't know how good the audio is going to be. You've probably noticed that's not my mic, that's just my toggles off my hoodie. I've not got my mic on for this one. And there is music in the background. And lots of spotlights. The spotlights won't affect the audio though, will they? Might affect the quality of the picture, but not the audio. So, sleeping bags, I have the 3-season OEX Fathom EV 300, which is Comfort 1, Limit -5, Extreme -22. At the moment, that one is £52 for a member. And I also have the OEX, the 4-season Fathom EV 400, which is Comfort -1, Limit -8, Extreme -26. And at the moment, that one is £59 for members. Remember guys, the Extreme, you're only going to get an hour or so where it keeps you alive. That doesn't mean you can go up a mountain in at -26 and spend the night. Don't be expecting to wake up in the morning. But yeah, with a mixture of these bags and my down jackets and what I've explained to you, what I wear, my trousers, joggers and all that, I've always been warm enough up to now. Let's touch that wood again. Now air beds, sleep mats, whatever you want to call them. I've got one here next to me that I won't be taking on a wild camp, but I have used on a garden camp. That one was £74. Like you see, it's a nice thick one. It is self-inflating, but I had to help a little bit. I had to blow it up a bit. And that's this one. It is still £74. It's the High Gear Composure 125 LXM single self-inflating mat. And you see there how thick it is compared to some of the others. I mean, no, that'll do you know what I mean? Look at the girth on that. Yeah, I'm not sure if this is the exact one that I've got. I don't think it is, but mine does come in a bloody big bag like that. So again, ideal for a campsite, not ideal for a wild camp. Now the mat that I do use on a wild camp, I did get off eBay, and I think it was it 15 quid or 20 quid? I can't remember now. But that one feels a bit flat. It's similar to that. You'll have seen it, and mine has a pillow. And I think, yeah, mine has a sponge inside where you pump it up. But I am interested in getting either one or both of these to try out and let you guys know what I think of them. So we have the red one there, the OEX Flux 2.0 at $39.97 and the Flux 5 at $49.97. So I will get those at some point and let you know on the channel what I think of them. You'll see them, you'll see when I do it. Now, we do have one of these as well. In fact, this one, the High Gear Thermec 25 fridge, portable fridge. Now I did a video not long ago and I said I thought I paid about 90 quid for it. 65, can you see that guy? I didn't view that, did I? 65, I'll spin the camera around. Now whether or not I did pay 90 for it, I really can't remember. It does say retail 100, so I possibly could have done. I do have a couple of these, but I barely use them. In fact, I don't use them nowadays, to be honest. barely used one when he came to camp in Scotland and do Ben Nevis with me. They don't seem to last long, and personally I don't find them very comfortable. I roll off them. Maybe I should let the air down a bit. So let's talk cooking equipment. So as you've seen on the channel, I do have the Hero stove at the moment. That's £49, and there is one here set up, look. But like I say, if you watch my videos, you'll have seen me use this. You can actually do one of these meals in there. I've done that several times. I also have the Nasu, which at the moment is £29. I can't remember what I paid. £29. And I think this one's the Nasu. In fact, I'm sure it is. Yes, that one looks like the Efner. The only thing with this is when you put a pan on there, you have to just get a pan from up here. You have to have the handles in line with one of the legs, otherwise they'll fall off, look. And they're a bit wobbly, so just careful when you're setting it up when you're out in the wild. I also have this frying pan, if you can see that at the moment, that's £9. Just a little frying pan, OEX, what's it called? Fryster, you see that? Fryster. Yeah, I do have a Trangia thing. There's the 27 there. I think mine's the 25. 2UL cook set with the kettle, yeah, that's mine, the 25. Yeah, I have used that once, but you won't have seen that on the channel yet. I struggled to light the fuel on mine, to be honest, with a lighter. Any tips on how to light it with a lighter? Get them in the comments. I'm sure I'll work it out. I did work it out, I got it late. Took a slightly longer to boil than the gas stove, I'd say. Like I say, I've only tried it out once. Yeah, and I find these meals, I love the puddings, the chocolate pudding and the sticky toffee pudding. I mean, yeah, you're paying £6, so you're paying more than a tinned meal, but then you got lighter packaging. Don't get your pot mucky because you can boil it in the bag and eat it out of the bag. I also like, if they've got it in, the pasta bolognese, the chicken tikka with rice, the all-day breakfast, and there's another one that I've had that I quite liked and I can't see it, and I forgot, there it is, the chili and rice. Yeah, so like I say in here, excuse me, in here members pay £6, and you can zoom in, you can see the calories there for yourself. If we can focus. Yeah, they're alright. They'll fill your belly, and if you warm them up, you can eat them cold. So if your stove don't work or whatever, you can still eat it. You're not going to starve. And they're alright. They're alright. Gas, I've tried a few different gas. So I quite often get the jet boil. Now the larger one is £7.50 and the smaller one's £7. So 50p difference, but a lot smaller to put in your rucksack. Saying that, I never only take one gas. I always take at least two, so I normally take two small ones. I've also used this, the C100 Extreme. That's £7 or £8 for a big one. I can't remember if I've had one of each. I've definitely used this anyway, I just can't remember what size. I think I've got a small one left at the moment. I've not tried the OEX Ultra Gas yet. I've not tried the C500. Now this one, the Extreme, performs at -27. It didn't say anything like that on here. I think that's why I went for that one. And I also use these in my camping gas stove. Again, that's not on a camp that I've hiked into. And at the moment, that's £8 for 4 of those. And they do actually have the camping gas as well as the Eurohike. The camping gas there, look, and that is 2 for 16. Guessing members pay 14 for 2. Presume that's what it means. So yeah, that's not my stove, but when I use that type of stove, obviously I use that type of gas. And wibbly wobbly. I also have this OEX Brewster kettle, which is £12 at the moment for members. I can't remember what I paid for it. There's one up there. Not in the box, look. I'll zoom you out a bit. Oh yeah, you get a little carry bag with it as well. just a kettle. You know what a kettle looks like inside, I'm sure. Put that back in there. Put that there. Polly, put the kettle on.
Polly, put the kettle on, we'll all have tea.
Now, I always keep one of the camping gas stoves in the back of the car, and recently I purchased a knife, fork and spoon. You see there, £6 for the Ahike knife, fork and spoon, and it has a can opener in there as well. I'll get one out and show you. I do have a couple of these toasters. Why not have more than one? Why not? Don't get that one. Don't get that one. Go and watch my video where I camped and hiked Snowdon, not the Clanberries path, up the pig and down the Miners, and you'll see why not to get that one. Unless you're not in a rush for your toast. You see me there? Of course you can see me there. So, yeah. Just knife, fork and spoon. If you pull those out, you see there, look like tin opener and a can opener. Alright. I find myself having a bite to eat quite often on the way home from a hike, so handy to have that with the stove. Yeah, I have a couple of these wind blocks to go around the stove. Didn't get mine from here, but it's the same thing, and it's £6 for one of those. So back in my early videos, you'll have definitely seen me using one of those when, if I can find it, when I spent a lot of time using one of these little folding cookers, whatever you call those, and they are £3 at the moment. And you use the solid fuel tablets, there look, which are £2.50. And not the gel, no. I was trying to show the fire lighter. No, that's gel. Yeah, similar to that bottle of gel, I use the fire lighter fluid for the Transier, and I've just found it now. The fire lighter liquid. Yeah, that's what I use for the Transier, and that is £8.50 for, how big is that bottle? A litre. Is that only a litre? Litre, it looks a big fat bottle for a litre, does that, doesn't it? I chose the red one. I've red folder cup, that's £5. Yeah, they actually fold out into a cup. There's some alarm going off in the background, but yeah, you just pull the inside out. There you go. I won't put it near me now. I also have a Carabiner mug, £3, the red one. Although I did get mine from Mountain Warehouse. For campsite or garden camps, I have one of these Ahike lanterns at £5. Now I don't know if they're going to work because they might have not have the batteries in. But yeah, they have a dimmer on, so you turn it off. But if you see what I'm doing, turn it down, it has a dimmer effect. Not have any effect to there because it's now lit up. Again, for not necessarily garden because the eggs will only be in the house. So the campsite camp, I do have this plastic egg box, £2.50. You can see that. Pen knives, I have the, which one do I have? Huntsman, I think. I always say Victoria. Victorinox Huntsman. That one is £36. Yes, that's like a Swiss Army knife. I do have another pen knife that I got from Mountain Warehouse, which was blunt. Blunt as blunt can be. Luckily, I got a mate to sharpen it for me. And I know you watch my videos. Big shout out James Street, cheers for sharpening that one for me. Although I didn't have to bring the Victorinox knife round to you because that was nice and sharp when I bought it brand new. So basically I'm just trying to show you what I have bought from here and what I use myself. I do have other gear obviously, such as head torches, but I didn't buy them from here. So yeah, I do have a lot of other gear, but I'm just trying to sort of show you what I've got from here, and that this shop does provide budget end gear for people starting out or for people that have a lot of money. So unless something suddenly comes to mind, we're sort of coming to an end, but I've got this bum bag. I have this passenger bum bag. It's not exactly the cheapest, you can get cheap ones, but that's £28. And again, not from here, but I do have a couple of different bum bags. Like, let's see if we can find my rucksack, because I did get one of my bigger rucksacks from here. No, I didn't. No, I didn't at all. I have not yet bought a rucksack from here. The big black one I was on about, I got from Decathlon. And then my smaller green one, Couture, or however you say that, I got from Decathlon. And then my wild camping one, I can't remember what that is, Alpine or something. Monstrosity on my back. Can you see it there? Again, I know you watch my videos. That's if you two have got this far that I'm giving a shout out to. So Tim Scurry, cheers for giving us that massive rucksack so I can get out and do some wild camping and get my gear with me, because the amount of stuff I take, it ain't going to fit in any of the other two. So I think I'm going to browse around the shop now, because I love coming here, just have a look around and get stuff on my wish list. And yes, I do have a wish list. I take screenshots of stuff and it's like, I'm going to buy that, I'm going to buy that. Or yeah, maybe think about that one and compare it to that one and that one. Yeah, so I'm going to have a browse round. Catch up with you in a bit. The Bankside Grill, £15. Nearly forgot that bad boy. Yeah, that's from the fishing department in Go Outdoors. Oh, and I got the Ahike Mummy sleeping bag liner, £12. But I got my wife Lindsay, that's the third shout out on this channel. Yeah, I got my wife Lindsay to sew a zip in my sleeping bag liner to make it easier for me getting in and out. So yeah, shout out to my wife Lindsay, although you don't watch my videos, do you? Seeing her for me at home. Right then, legends. And although it's upside down, is it upside down now? I got this watch from Go Outdoors. That was $19.99, I think. But you lot are probably all into your smart watches. It's just a digital watch with a stopwatch on it that goes into the hours as well as just the minutes. So yeah, if I'm timing myself for the Ox 3 Peaks. So, legends, that's it for this one. I'm Dave, you've been watching Watch for Us. Thanks very much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, give us a big thumbs up. Give us a thumbs down if you like. I'm not bothered either way. Drop a comment. I do reply to every single comment, unless it's a bit of a daft comment. You know what I mean? If I am getting a bit of a sort of daft comment, I just let them go. Not gonna let them faze me and spoil my day, man. So yeah, give us a thumbs up, drop a comment. Till the next one, in a bit. In a bit, my button won't work. In a bit, guys.